Surprise bill? Need fast funds? CashNet USA can help. When you need money fast, be the hero.
Apply in minutes at cashnetusa.com and get a fast decision. All loans subject to lender approval. Speed of funding is subject to verifications and your bank's processing times.
Summer's here, and with weekend getaways, celebrations, and more on your calendar, Nordstrom has everything you need for your best dress season ever. From playful prints and breezy fabrics to 70s-inspired looks and bright handbags. Discover new arrivals from your favorite brands like Reformation, Veronica Beard, Farm Rio, Levi's, and more. It's easy too, with free shipping and free returns, in-store order pickup, and more. Plus, Nordy Club members enjoy free 2-day shipping on thousands of items in select areas. Shop today in stores and at Nordstrom.com.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Get your bitch balls up. Oh, no.
Bitch balls. That's a new, I didn't even know you were going to call them that.
I know. I didn't know I was going to call them that. Just came out of my mouth. Welcome, everybody.
I got my cram blasted bitch buzz.
Woman owned. Thank you, LPN TV. Remember, woman owned. It's why we drink them here. All right. We've got to keep them in business.
Oh, my.
In business? What am I doing? Leaving it on the table.
Wow.
I'm just
no pun goes unturned.
And own the buzz balls. Talk to me. We can sell these balls. I know you don't need any of my help, but let me help you.
People are now sending me like profiles on the woman who started Buzzballs. Like I'm now getting a lot of Buzzball content on my Instagram.
She did it with her brothers. I do a lot with my brother. I'm just saying we have a lot in common.
My brother's a doctor. I could never do what he does.
Oh, my God. Cut somebody open, Kara. Come on. You can do it.
No, he's a brain doctor. You think I know what's going on up here?
Who's the bitch there? Oh, my God.
Woman owned.
Do you see the asterisk? Do you see?
Owned.
Oh, no, that's right. It's corporatized. That's why it's trademarked. They trademarked the phrase women owned. Is that them being the bitch?
Who did? Did a man do that or did a woman do that?
I mean, let's hope it was a woman. I don't know, Kara. All I do know is that we are pissed today.
We're pissed.
We've got a lot on our brain. Do you have a lot on your brain? Hit us up, bit.ly/LPN hotline. Get in line. We want to hear from you. Now, here's the thing. Get your calls in now. Now, Kara, you've been having a bit of a bitch situation going on in your life.
Listen.
I'm sorry. Should I start calling you viral, Kara?
Excuse me, but I just got like 80 more followers.
Yeah, somebody's viral.
I've gone going viral sounds like the most boomer phrase, does it not?
Like certainly
it's
is.
Well, it's gone viral. No, I was in this video. It's a clip of a podcast I did I did the podcast last week. It came out like last week. And on Friday, my friend, the co-host of the podcast, posted it. And it was all about how she was telling me.
Damn it, Kayla. I think you mean habituation. And I'm so mad
habituation.
that I didn't say habituation. Thank you, Majestic Kayla.
And Baby Zonker said, y'all got me to try women-owned Buzzballs, and now I love them. Thank you. I mean, where's the sponsorship, Buzzballs? We're turning
because
people.
We're doing it for free.
Where's this? I know,
we have to stop doing this for free.
Right. We have to build a huge following and then start shitting on Buzzballs until they pay.
Yeah. Okay. They're not woman-owned, even though they're trademarked.
So anyway, I was on this thing. I was in this interview with my friend where she goes, well, you must get, like, you've dressed up as a character from Bob's Burgers before, right? And I said, yeah, I get Linda all the time on my Instagram.
It's got to be viral Gail, right?
Yep. That's what I'm talking about. Now, in this video, she basically says, I don't look like Linda Belcher. I look like Gail, the sister. And I just want to show everybody what the sister looks like. Here, we'll go to this, my computer, if we can show that little, oh no, not my other tabs open.
Oh, I'm sorry, is that Kara Clank from Who's the Bitch podcast?
And I jokingly start to yell at her and be like, oh, really? That's what you think about me? I look like this fucking librarian. I've obviously seen Bob's Burgers. I know what this character looks like. I don't really know much about, I'm not super into Bob's Burgers, but I know of the character.
Noodles, you're right. She was voiced by Megan Mullally, though. And
which is huge. I'm a Megan Mullally stan. I would take a bullet for her. But I do not think I look like this woman with bangs and absolutely no chin. People are weighing in to tell me I have no jawline.
everybody.
I actually have an extremely prominent chin that I've been very self-conscious of my entire life.
I think
so
your chin is beautiful.
I would like to call you all bitches, everyone that's telling me that I have. If I did this, I could see how you would think I
But also, that's the thing, too, is that you are also obviously, you're the bitch. You're the bitch. Chat is being the bitch. No, it's not chat. It's the people online. Because
no, and I think it's funny. I'm having a good time with it, but I'm waking up every single
everybody
morning.
Says it's the glasses. It's because of the glasses.
Linda wears glasses, too. What are we talking
and
about?
Also, you are a parent, and like I just feel like the Linda thing. Really
and like Linda to me talks like an East Coaster, whereas Gail talks to me like a Midwesterner.
Yes,
all right, Bob.
Yes.
You know? And I made a noise at the end of it, which I knew sounded like a Bob's Burgers character, and everyone's like, "Well, you made that noise. You're her."
Oh, Rock Fox brings the beats. Says honestly, chin is perfect.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
that
your chin is
really
perfect.
good.
And this is what these are the comments she needs. Everybody, all right?
Listen,
because everybody underneath.
I'm just waking up every day to people being like, who's gonna tell her that she's Gail? And I'm like, I showed my kid. My kid goes, what? No. I mean, she's 5, but still, she knows what I look like. She sees me every day.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just, if you guys are in the chat and you think I'm wrong, please like weigh in.
Oh no, Shmia, I have no chin and every person with a chin is a bitch. Wow, I like these reviews.
Only 67% of chat voted to say that I look like her. That's still a lot. 2/3 of you think I look like Gail?
It is. It's a lot of chat.
I just don't see it. I don't see it.
I understand, but I've seen the Linda thing for so long. But also maybe this comes from like, you know, I see the Linda way more than I see the Gail. And I will say,
I can't unplug. I have too many things plugged in. Yeah. I'm like, do we need a side by side? Yeah, like I used to have darker hair. Also, my natural hair color is more like Jackie's hair color, to be honest. But to me, it's like I don't see this
Linda.
Gail thing, but you know. Appreciate everybody weighing in.
Noodles does say you don't have the Linda hair though, and I do. So does that mean I'm Linda? Can I be Linda? Can I be her?
But
I'm not a mom. No. Which one? Which one is which?
I do flip my hair up sometimes. Like I was Linda for Halloween once, and I looked good.
As you got to be. Shrimp Mom, thank you for remembering Jackie's virgin hair. Very important. Everybody never died. Never died.
Never died.
Never
virgin.
Died my virgin hair. Yes,
I used to say I had virgin hair. I used to have virgin hair forever until. Probably 8 years ago.
Wow, and then you gave in. Yeah, oh yeah.
I gave in.
Never a once.
And now look.
Never a dime.
I pay a lot of money for my hair to be the exact color of my daughter's.
No, instead I just live in fear of because everyone's ever told me, it's like, never dye the virgin hair. The virgin hair will be
You
gone.
have no grays, which is nice. I mean, you're not very old, but like my sister started getting grays at 19, you know?
Oh, I got grays.
What are you doing?
Calls them my sparkles.
Oh, wow. We stand a supportive husband.
You fucking better say it.
Tell me about my sparkles, Daddy.
Yeah, you like the sparkles? And you give us a call. Tell me how much you like my sparkles. bit.ly/LPN hotline. Now, I'm sorry that you are dealing with a bunch of bitches on the internet.
I'm honestly joking. I think it's funny. Everyone's engaging. No one's been super mean except people that go, it's because she has no jawline. I don't appreciate that comment. You're a bitch. But anyone else, I don't care. I think it's funny. I just kind of wanted to weigh in on my platform and say, what do you guys think? And 2/3 of you agree with the rest of the fucking internet. So then one person said it's like if Joan Cusack like had a baby with Gail, and that's the only celebrity I've ever really gotten multiple times is Joan Cusack.
Joan Cusack.
Who have you ever gotten?
Nobody.
Never? Anybody?
I really don't get any. I get none of that. But I'm sorry. As you said that, in my brain,
gotta look like
thought
somebody.
You said Joan Rivers.
Oh.
And I was like, that makes sense. But I know that.
Did I look like Joan Rivers?
No, I think that you've got the sentimental, like the personality of a Joan Rivers.
Okay.
That's where I thought we were going. Woodrats is Sigourney Weaver. You're a liar, but I'll take
Wow. That's a very big.
Dear God, what's the hotline? bit.ly/LPN hotline. Just go to that. Oh, and also, yes, Eric here does tell me that I look like Danzig. And how do we feel? What can we get a percentage?
That's hair only.
I would love
That's
to find
hair
out. Right,
specific. Have you ever done any of those like AI things where you like put up a photo of yourself and it like scans you and tells you that you look like somebody famous?
No, I'm scared of AI.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how to use it. I hear it's a website and that you just put something into a website.
No, I mean,
but
not
never
even
used it.
ChatGPT. These things have been around for like years where like you just upload a photo of yourself really quick and it'll like go boop, 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 and it's like, you look like Samantha Bee or whatever.
Oh, gotcha. Well, Noodles does say Baby Danzig was a hunk. So, guys, do I look like Jackie Danzig? Get it in the poll in
I'm going to figure out who your celebrity person is because I don't really, I mean, there's got to be somebody. My husband's theory is don't ever tell anyone who they look like. Don't ever. He's like,
why?
I go, what if I was to say, does anyone ever tell you that you look like a young Cameron Diaz? Like, how could that ever be considered like he goes, I just think it's a good idea to never say it because you never know if how it's loaded. People to just, I mean, we tell our kids, we don't comment on people's bodies. We don't comment on people's bodies or people's looks.
And yet we do.
And then here we are on the internet screaming Gail at a woman for an entire weekend.
Yeah. Well, Kara, we are a little bit pissed about a lot of things.
We're pissed.
We're not going to get into some of those things because now is not the time. We are going to be here talking about other things that piss us off. But man, there's some piss in the news that really lights my piss.
I wish it was Pisstober, but it's Pissvember, everybody.
Pissvember. It doesn't work as well, but does
We're
it
doing
work
it, but does it?
Dwayne,
but then again,
The Rock
does
Johnson.
it work?
Now, thank you. Unsolicited advice. Thank you. Now, here's the thing. We all know here, if you listen to page 7, you know that Dwayne The Rock Johnson, or at least it has been said, that he is so busy in the gym that, oh God, don't even howl, dog, that he's so busy in the gym, so busy on set, that when he has to pee, he has to piss into bottles. Now, Dwayne Johnson admits he's late to set, pees in bottles, but explains there's more to it. Now, he has finally admitted that he pisses in bottles and he leaves them everywhere. Now,
How could there be more to it?
He's also going against the claim that he has been 7 to 8 hours late to set, to a point of having to cost film sets millions of dollars because of how late
Dwayne.
he claims he's never that late. And what I love is when the headline was like, and he explains it. What was the explanation? I'm busy. I piss in bottles. That was the
That's it.
explanation.
There's more to it. I'm too busy to take 4 steps to a bathroom, so I piss in bottles and I make somebody below me clean it up. He's not emptying out his own piss bottles.
That's the thing. Because that's
There's
the thing.
no way.
Because this is what has been the issue since the beginning, is that other people have to pick up the piss bottles. If he was just picking up the piss bottles, here's the thing. We don't want anybody just pissing in bottles in the gym. I'd rather you didn't. But I guess if you're going to do it, if you simply, didn't have the time, right? Go to the bathroom, Amberry. I think that you could find the time to go to the bathroom. I think that they would stop the scene for a minute for you to go to the bathroom. Dwayne The Rock Johnson, I'm pretty sure you're the reason why all of them are there in the first place. But at least pick up your piss bottles when you are done with them.
Guys are always just showing off that they can piss anywhere. I couldn't piss into a bottle.
We were just talking about this because someone, I'm not going to point to someone behind the camera over here, but someone was talking about how they had pissed into a bottle before. But I will say, you have the appendage for it. I'm sorry, I'm assuming you have the appendage for it. So I feel like that's easier than if I'm at a baseball game trying to piss in a bottle. I'm just going to piss all over my hands.
And I bet you're probably getting more into a bottle than a man gets into a toilet on a day-by-day basis. You fucking animals. You're animals. You can't keep your piss in the toilet.
Animals. Yes. Oh my God. Yes, you are right. Mega. The Rock is the bitch for his pee bottle.
That's just like, I'm sorry. I don't believe you're that busy. If the Barack Obama.
He's the bitch.
Yeah, like there's so many. If Angelina Jolie's not pissing into a bottle, I mean, there's famous
she's
people.
Got all those kids.
Yeah, she's got a lot of kids. She's working. You're not busier. Come on.
Also, Distal, you're right. They make weird piss festival funnels. They've got the shiwi, which is what it's called.
Oh,
I have used a shiwi
yes.
before. You shove the funnel up inside you, and then you piss out the tiny hole. But here's the thing, what they don't tell you, and maybe I will say, I have only been inebriated while using a shiwi before, but it's difficult to keep in, and then I ended up pissing all over my hands anyway. Yeah, it's Jackie Zabrowski for you. In case you were wondering, yes, she has pissed all over her hands many times in her life.
I'm like a really big...
Thank you, small shark. The shiwi does not work. It goes everywhere. Thank you.
No, I'm a big outdoor peer. I'll pee. I will kind of pee anywhere. And summer camp taught me how to do that.
Well, you're a camp counselor.
Yeah, but if I was to show you a map of my college campus and I put a dot every place I'd peed, it would be covered. Like I peed everywhere.
Big
I mean,
piss hound.
listen, I'm a piss hound, but I'm not going to pee in a bottle and leave it for someone. I'm peeing in grass. I'm peeing in nature. I'm peeing in a bush. You know?
Like Mother Nature is in.
Yeah, Mother Nature never said, release your urine into a Kirkland water bottle and leave it around for a lowly assistant to take care of.
Or just spritz it about the place like it's, like it's ashes. So just like, I adorn my piss throughout all that I see.
Is he working out on a mountaintop? Like, isn't he always in a gym or his home gym?
Yes.
You built your home gym.
Yes.
Build it with the bathroom right fucking there. Put a urinal in the side of the home gym, motherfucker.
Yes, but in the Coven does ask, was Jackie the bitch when she peed on Marcus? Here's the thing. I had to piss really bad.
What happened? You pissed on Marcus?
We were in Coney Island and we had done a late Murderfish show. And when you get on that train from Coney Island back to wherever you came from, it is a long train ride and you have to wait a long time. I could not find an open bathroom. So I got in between cars and me and my best girl, Madeline, we both had to piss. She goes, all right, I'll watch out for you. And then I'll piss and, you do the tap out thing. But Marcus was watching from behind out and trying to cover us. And I had stuck my ass out so far.
You were in between cars on the subway?
No. Before
in between
getting
cars
on the
driving.
subway. Before getting on the subway. No,
oh my God, I had a heart attack.
No, I'm
yeah.
not.
In between cars on a city street?
Yeah.
That's
I'm
a
not
bathroom.
Evel Knievel.
That's a bathroom.
But that was the thing is that I juked out my pussy too hard and I sprayed all of my piss all over Marcus's feet, and he was wearing flip-flops, and he was...
Oh, no!
And you know what?
I'm wearing a flip-flop.
You know what I
piss
will
on me,
say?
Jackie.
I might piss on you, Kara, because that's what you get for wearing flip-flops in the city. You get piss on your feet. He's the bitch. Yeah, I said it.
True.
Marcus is the bitch
That's
in this
true.
scenario.
You're kind of making like you're
We're
kind of
being nice.
signing a contract to have piss on your feet if you wear flip-flops in New York City, which I
Yes.
did all the time.
That's what you get, Marcus, for trying to make sure no one's staring at my asshole.
My name is Lily, and I've had hidradenitis suppurativa, HS, for years. I finally found some relief since taking Cosentyx. Relief means I can show up more.
Cosentyx secukinumab is prescribed for adults with moderate to severe hidradenitis suppurativa, HS. Don't use if you're allergic to Cosentyx. Before starting, get checked for tuberculosis. An increased risk of infections and lowered ability to fight them may occur, like tuberculosis or other serious bacterial, fungal, or viral infections. Some are fatal. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms like fevers, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, had a vaccine or plan to, or if inflammatory bowel disease symptoms develop or worsen. Serious allergic reactions and severe eczema-like skin reactions may occur. Learn more at 1-844-COSENTYX or Cosentyx.com.
Ask your dermatologist about Cosentyx.
At LinkedIn, we know hiring is a big deal for your small business. Sometimes it can feel a little overwhelming. LinkedIn uses data that you can't find anywhere else to give you the best candidates, all so you can feel confident you're hiring the best person for the job. And even a little hiring bliss. See why 86% of small businesses who post a job on LinkedIn get a qualified candidate within a day. Post a job for free at linkedin.com/acquire. LinkedIn, your next great hire is here.
Oh my God, someone said one time I peed outside just off a trail and I took a shower later and I had a tick on my cooch. That sounds like the beginning of a House episode. I don't like that, Hench for Life 21. Sorry that happened.
Scared of your cooch.
But also, how long were you peeing? That seems like a really big...
It was just a really strong flow, but I also had a lot to drink. And we had been looking.
And that's when desperation comes into the equation. I mean, that's what you have to piss between two cars.
I couldn't think any longer.
And Marcus should have known that he was in he was in the splash zone. And he needs to move out of the way. Sorry, you're the bitch. You were in the splash zone.
You were in the splash zone. Get in your splash zone. Calls bit.ly/LPN hotline. I will say that there was a little bit more piss than we expected in the news from over the weekend.
Oh my God.
Because
even more than just Dwayne, The Rock.
More than just Dwayne. Apparently, there was a person who is the bitch in this in a Sabrina Carpenter concert. She was in the pre-show. So it was before the show had started.
Wait, is that the girl in the photo who did the pissing?
I'm not sure. A TMZ always scares me, so I don't know if
I'm
that
like,
is the person.
TMZ, are you just
Who's the bitch? TMZ. Well, TMZ always is the bitch in every scenario.
Posting a photo of a woman who pissed, but she deserves, I mean,
she pulled her panties over to the side during the pre-show while in the pit.
Pre-show?
Pre-show.
What the fuck? I thought this happened mid-show.
Pre-show. She bends down and she pisses on the floor in front of everyone because she didn't want to lose her space. Carol,
what an
Look
absolute
at the piss on the floor.
bitch.
People took pictures of the piss.
What does it
We
say
needed to
there?
see it.
I
I got paid on in the pit to
Oh, okay. So
Sabrina.
those aren't the girls that peed. Those girls got peed on.
They got pissed on.
That girl, okay. God. You know, it's like, I want to believe that this girl was so blacked out and give her the benefit of the doubt, but this
Shmia,
is
yes.
disgusting.
Dude, I've seen that happen at so many concerts. Only outdoor venues, though. That's the thing, Shmia. If this was an outdoor
and in
venue.
the pre-show, it's like, it's not like it's
the show hadn't even started yet.
We're not like an hour and a half, 2 hours. We're not, you're not like on hour 3 of the Eras tour, and you're like, oh my God, what if I miss my favorite? I don't get it. Like,
but also, Majestic Kayla, you are right. Honestly, the concert venue is the bitch because they overpack their shows and overcharge. You ain't wrong about that, babe.
I'm
ain't
just
wrong
thinking
about that.
she must have been alone, because if you're with a friend, you just go piss and you come back and your friend has your spot with you. Like,
Yes.
But
No, you
also,
always-
if you're blacked out, none of this rationale is coming into play.
That is also the issue.
You know?
That people in chat are saying Woodrat girl had to be absolutely wrecked.
Yeah.
Pregame.
Totally
I've been there.
faced.
I have
Yeah.
been there, but usually I'm not just pissing on the floor in front of everybody.
No.
Am I just like a cherubic private pisser? Oh my God, give it up for me.
Except
I'm
when
not
you're
the
in
bitch.
Coney Island.
Well, yes, when in Coney, as the Coneyans do, you just charge $20 for a roller coaster.
If there's grass underneath my feet, I'm kind of like, it's open season, but pavement beneath you?
It's going to splash.
A stadium floor? No, the splash alone.
The splash alone. Think of all those people that got pissed on in the pit. They all got pissed on. Yes, Hilaire. This is like the dude who puked all over himself right next to me and broke her at the last podcast show in LA in the first 10 minutes of the show. I'm so sorry that happened to you both. And that's also these are the things that I was a brutal alcoholic for such a long time that I wasn't doing that. I wasn't doing things like that, or maybe I was and I just wasn't told, but I would have been screamed at the next day if I'd done something. Like, I remember people at our Murderfish shows that would just puke in the audience, just so hammered. They're just like, I politely, like a true alcoholic back in the day, if I had to throw up, I would take my glass, puke inside of the glass, and then you continue on and you hope you don't try to drink it later, which you definitely will. And that is how it is done. That is how you do it, but usually you should get rid of the puke cup. And that's is this the kind of advice you came here for? Because I hope it was.
Fuck. I mean... this girl.
Is that all you have to say to her? Oh, did I scare you, Kara?
I have nothing to say. Listen. I have puked so many places. I've pissed so many places. I just think a concert, you're in an enclosed space. I think the fear of reprisal from the crowd would have made my pee crawl back up inside of me.
It would have come out my eyeballs. I would have cried.
Pissing there, I would have probably just over the course of 30 minutes, let a little bit of pee out at a time and just slowly pissed myself, rather than put a puddle on the ground that I'm making everyone around me smell and splash around in for the rest of the show. Also, guys, I gotta be honest, Sabrina Carpenter, she's a new star. Come back, you'll get your spot back. I'd go to the show, but it's like you're acting like this is a fucking this isn't Cher's farewell tour. Like you're gonna be able to see Sabrina Carpenter again. If you go piss and come back, you'll get your same spot back. I don't know why you're so scared about that. This is animal behavior.
Crazy, absolutely crazy. Just go piss, girl.
Okay, somebody said, but if you absolutely had to pee in the middle of a pit, would you pull your pants down to avoid soaking your pants, or would you pee in your pants and wear wet pants the rest of the night? That's what I'm saying. This couldn't be me. Like, I would literally go to a bathroom. I just wouldn't care about the spot. I'd be like, well, I lost my spot. Oh, well. Or I would think about deserts and like Jedi mind trick myself into like making the pee go away.
That's the thing. If you've never been tortured by a sibling before, this is, I mean, you got this is like torture tactics. You got to go back into this and be like, I will never pee. I will not. It will not come out of me.
So many times I've had to pee right before a stand-up show, and I get out there and I'm just like, forget about it. Like, you just gotta, it's like you gotta think about something else. You just don't have to sit and piss in front of other people.
Or J Dark does say maybe bring a diaper just in case. Just sit in your wet. Sometimes you got to sit in your own wet, I guess.
A diaper. I mean, okay, wait. Did I ever tell you about? I knew somebody who was traveling across country with a child for the first time on a red eye.
Oh no!
And they were like, "What do I do when I have to go to the bathroom if my kid is asleep?" And people were like, get up and go to the bathroom, and leave the kid on the, and they were like, well, no, I can't like leave my kid at the seat.
What do they
were
think
like,
is going to happen?
I'm going to wear a diaper on the cross country trip.
No,
they wore a diaper so that they wouldn't have to leave their kid alone at the seat. And I'm like,
no, these are the times that you hope that your child isn't kidnapped. And if it is
kidnapped on an airplane, what is this? What is that movie with what's that movie? Yeah, where she brings her daughter onto the plane and then she disappears on the plane and nobody can find her.
Not without my daughter. That's a different movie.
That's different.
Oh, that's a good movie.
That's a good one. That's Sally Field. But like, that's the thing. It's like if it's on a red eye, everyone on the plane is asleep. No one's fucking with a sleeping baby. Go piss.
Ray's VO says, I have to say, bladders are the bitch in this situation. And you might not be wrong. And some people got bigger ones than other people. And I don't know if that is technically true.
I don't know if that's true or not, but I also think sometimes it's mental. I think sometimes people are like, I have to pee because they're stressed out, or they just, my husband famously tells a story about one time he thought he was going to shit himself the whole way from the subway to his apartment. The minute he put his hand on the door to his apartment, he shit himself.
That's when you know.
He got it the whole way. It was like he relaxed because he was like, I'm home.
Relax.
And then,
Oh, yeah. No, I am very, very thankful that I have a bathroom right inside of the door of my home because I drink a lot of coffee. And sometimes, man, the coffee comes a knocking. And I'm out. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just like flyaboutsing around the town, you know? You can't get me down. I'm like a balloon. But I guess balloons can get down sometimes. And you can get down with us too. bit.ly/LPN
hotline. Call us.
We've got piss.
We want people to call us.
Talk about.
We have piss takes.
Come on. We've got piss takes already, boys. Although it does sound like we are sitting here again in our own piss, and we're not. Even though
I'm letting it out a little bit at a time.
Like we discussed.
You'll see though, these chairs are through. You'll see the little stream going through.
I think everyone will hear it too.
Yeah,
upsetting.
Well, until we get some of your beautiful phone calls in, should we go to a?
I'm ready for it.
We're gonna go to a voicemail that somebody
give me
left
a voicemail before midnight. It doesn't work, but sometimes you gotta jam the words in there.
All right, here is a voicemail that we're gonna play live on the show. Okay, are we ready?
Hi, ladies. This is Katie. I'm a first-day listener of That's Messed Up and a longtime fan of Kara's. So I'm so excited for this podcast. Okay, so here's the scenario. This was almost exactly 10 years ago, if you can believe it. This is about me and my older sister. Just a little bit of a backstory is this about 10 years ago, we were both pregnant, but my older sister was told at a very early age she would never get pregnant. So this was kind of like a miracle pregnancy for her. I did have my first kid before her. And so I came back to California. I'm from there. So I came back to visit my family for Thanksgiving and so that they can meet my baby. my sister was still very pregnant. Like she was near like her third trimester, just it's awful. So all that to say is me and her decide to go see a movie together while I'm home. The other thing that I need to note here is that prior to my sister being pregnant, she was like addicted to Diet Coke, like drinking multiple Diet Cokes a day, real addict.
Oh, I know that.
And she decided, because she was a high-risk pregnancy, to cut out all Diet Coke during her pregnancy. Well, good for her. So we go to this movie theater, just me and her, and we're there a little late. So the trailers are going on and things like that. And I say, hey, I'm going to go get us some popcorn and a couple drinks. And she says, that's fine, but you are not allowed to get a Diet Coke. And I'm like, I'm sorry, what? And she's like, you are not allowed to get a Diet Coke. I can't drink Diet Coke, so you're not allowed to drink it. If you get a Diet Coke, I will leave. And I kind of laugh it off, and I'm like, all right, that's crazy, but whatever. So I go and I get us popcorn. I, of course, get myself a Diet Coke. And I get her like a water bottle or something, to try to make up for it. So I go back in. The movie has already started. So it is quiet. And this movie theater is packed. So I come in with this big popcorn. And I hand her water bottle and I take my drink and she goes, is that Diet Coke? And I said, come on, it's not that big of a deal. And she stands up in the middle of the silent movie theater that's packed and turns around and screams at me, fuck you, you selfish bitch, and walks out of the theater. Oh. The entire theater starts clapping for her because who knows, I probably did something terrible to deserve that. So there I am in the movie theater by myself, eating this giant popcorn and enjoying that Diet Coke.
Yes, you are.
Running after her, but no, I just sat there by myself and enjoyed it. And it's been 10 years. It'll be 10 years this November. And I'm wondering, and you need to answer, was I the bitch? Because she did set the boundary and I did not respect it. So anyways, thanks, ladies. Bye.
I just wish
I'm
you
obsessed.
could see the round of applause you were silently receiving from the people back there of everyone here. I need you to know, I don't mean to speak for you, Kara. We support you and your Diet Coke ways.
I support.
Fully support.
Yeah. Well, I also support like trolling your siblings whenever you fucking get the opportunity.
Oh,
you
always,
absolutely
forever and ever and ever and ever. But also, Nuka Maddie, you are right. This was not a boundary. That was a demand, and there is a difference.
Yes, there is a difference. That's what I was just going to say. Like, the boundary cannot be, Jackie, I never want you to wear purple. It's actually a color I don't really love, and you can never wear it. Like, that's not a boundary. And unfortunately, while I applaud how much our society has embraced therapy, unfortunately, people use the language of therapy as a weapon now sometimes and say, call things setting a boundary. That's not setting a boundary.
Right.
That's telling you something you're allowed to enjoy. If she had maybe come to you in like a calm way and been like, I'll be really bummed if you get a Diet Coke because I can't have one.
I'm
like,
really
is there any way that you could like maybe not get one? Because you demanded it, your sister, like any sister would do, went full troll, and I respect it 1,000% because you're gonna leave. You're gonna leave. You just paid $1 million for a movie.
Ahead, go, bitch. You crazy. You think I'm gonna be at a movie and not drink a soda?
In 2014, this was 10 years ago. In the year of our Lord, 2014, you're going to walk out on a movie? Okay, bitch. I really am dying to know what movie you guys were at.
I want to know.
If you could please call in and follow up and let us know what movie you were at.
And also let us know, because again, siblings, how did it go afterwards? Did you receive like a really shitty phone call? Did you never talk about it ever again?
How did the family side? Were other people weighing in?
I love, because these kind of, and I don't want to say petty because I'm not trying to make your situation seem smaller. I will just say, as a younger sibling, it is my job to do things like this. So I just want to say, you did right, you did good, and I support you 100%. Never Yes, not the bitch. Never let them take your Diet Coke away.
But also a little bit of a bitch in a fun way.
I mean,
you're a little bit of a bitch in like a little bit of a fun bitch.
Again, another bitch that we would like to hang out with.
Yes, one of us, bitch.
One of us, bitches, and we love you. Now, I don't mean to go right past this, but we do have somebody on the line, and I would love to talk. So let's get to our caller.
Thank you so much for calling in.
And thank you. And again, you can call in bit.ly/LPN hotline.
Instacart is here to keep you on the couch this basketball season. With pre-game rituals and post-game interviews, it's hard to find time for everything else. Let Instacart handle your game day snacks or weekly restocks with delivery in as fast as 30 minutes. Because it's bad luck to be hungry on game day. Download the Instacart app today and enjoy $0 delivery fees on your first 3 orders. Service fees apply for 3 orders in 14 days. Excludes restaurants.
Hello, is it me you're looking for?
Oh my God.
Are you ready to tell us your secrets?
'Cause we're ready to give advice. Out there making sculptures. You're really creepy, man. Do you remember that music video?
No.
The music video for the song Hello. And the music video.
Yeah, why haven't I not seen the video?
It used to play all the time, and it was him as a sculptor. No, she was the sculptor. No, he was the sculptor. I think he was the sculptor, and he was blind. She was blind. One of them's blind, and one of them's sculpting. But she or he sculpts the face of the person that he's falling in love with, but he didn't know he was falling in love with them.
Because he's blind. Maybe.
Thank you. One of them was blind. She was a sculptor. All right, MZ, thank you. She was the sculptor.
Oh, thank God somebody.
He was blind.
Thank God.
Thank you, chat. I needed you.
Crystal.
Thank you, MZ. I appreciate you. Yes, he was her professor. She was a sculptor. She sculpts him. Touches his face. Who's the bitch?
Oh my God. Look at our behind the scenes people. Look at our behind the scenes producers just fully pulling this stuff up.
Yes.
So she's blind in her way of going. Is she blind?
Yes.
And she doesn't use a walking stick or anything.
She doesn't need it.
She
doesn't need it.
There it is. Okay, I was like, she just kind of.
All right, we're ready for our phone call. We got our call. Thank you so much.
I hear the magical ring of somebody calling in. Hello.
What's up?
Hi, ladies.
Yay!
Yes.
Hey, thanks for calling in.
Of course.
What is your name? What's your problem? Hit us with the sitch.
So I'm Kara.
What? How do you spell it?
Kara.
Hell yeah, bitch. The only way to spell it.
Yep.
Although I spell
agree.
my name now, Gail. Gayel. Never mind. Go on.
Okay. So mine is an issue that's been bothering me for a very, very long time.
Yes.
So I'm 36. My little sister just turned, I want to say 31.
Okay.
And we have zero relationship because she demands I apologize again for stuff that happened when we were younger. So I moved out of the house when she was 14. And I was a horrible teenager. I was not nice. I came back to her later after my first marriage and I apologized profusely. I was like, I was a monster. I'm so sorry. Let's make up and be friends because I really want to be friends with you now. And she has not ever forgiven me. I have since remarried my best friend not remarried, but I have remarried. And the person I remarried was my best friend from high school. We've known each other for 20 years.
Cute.
And he came with 3 baby girls, and I have 2 little boys. And she just refuses to have a relationship with him, refuses to have a relationship with my daughters. And I really want to know if I'm the bitch because I just am at a point where I'm like, I refuse to apologize again. I don't feel like I did anything wrong at this point because I'm a grown-ass woman.
Yeah.
I moved out of the house when you're 14 years old. Am I the asshole?
Have you guys ever been close? Like, was there ever a point in any of that you guys got close?
Not really. We were both adopted, but I was adopted at 6 weeks. She was adopted at 3 months.
Okay.
So we've been with our parents since we were very, infants, right?
Yeah.
The only time I ever felt a closeness to her was when she was a baby.
Wow.
Because as she got older, she just was not, we didn't mesh well. And I've always been the one to back down from like arguments or disagreements. Like I've tried to mend this fence time and time again.
Have you? So if you don't mind me asking, you don't need to get into actual detail, but you said that you were a rough teenager. What do you feel? Like, what are you apologizing?
How would that have affected her?
Like, you know what I mean? Like, what do you feel that you need to apologize to her for? And or is there anything that she makes you feel like you have to continue to apologize for that you feel like you don't have to?
She makes me feel like I have to apologize for everything. So we used to, when we were younger, we used to get in really big fights. And I always lost because my sister is an athlete and would lay down on the ground and just kick me in the face.
Fuck.
So
not
but
fair.
I wasn't always the nicest to her. I would say like, I hate that you're my little sister. You're so obnoxious. I wish you wouldn't steal my stuff, you know, stuff like that.
You're just being a sister. It's just sisters being sisters, right?
Yeah.
Her big issue was none of the girls her age wanted to be her friend.
Here we go.
They wanted to be mine.
Now we're scratching the
had
surface.
A relationship with her younger friends. But as she got older, I moved away. I lost that relationship and she became even closer to those friends after I left when she was 14.
Now this, you know, Herman Munster Cheese does ask, what's the age difference? It seems to be about 5 years.
Yeah, it's about 5 years.
I just like, I'm sorry, like, I'm sure that I'm the oldest of 6 kids. I'm sure I made my sister's life a living hell. Like my sister's personality is very much shaped by the fact that I'm extremely loud and outgoing and she's very quiet and different than me. And like we are super close now in life despite all that, because you have to let go of the past. You were a teenager, you were a child when you made these decisions and you were acting this way. The fact that you've already come with the apology, that's all you can do, girl. That's really all you can do. People that make you apologize over and over again are trying to sort of exert power, and I think be controlling.
It's a manipulation.
And manipulative.
Yes.
And I think it's, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to say it because I am the most pro-sister person. Like, I want all sisters. Like, I have a couple of friends who are like in estrangements with their sisters right now. And it makes me so sad because I love my sisters so much. And I think it's such a special relationship. But I just think like just because you're related to people really doesn't mean that they have to be that in your life. And like, you know.
Now, MZG
on the line, another Kara. I love it.
Is the sister's life positive? If she's happy, then everyone should just try and be happy. Sadly, not in each other's lives, but happy at least. Do you feel that like, is your sister like, do you think it's at a point where you feel that the fact that she's not trying to get close to your partner or your kids, do you feel that you're at a place that you would like to continue to work on it and talk about it? Or do you feel that you're at a place that you're like, I think I might be done?
Well, for what it's worth, I have another sister at this point. I got lucky. I love my in-laws. They're amazing. My husband has a little sister who's my sister's age, and I adore her.
Oh, so you have that. So you have like a nice sisterly relationship.
I do have that, but I don't, because I've lamented to my mother about this, because the whole reason I've tried to like reconnect and have a positive relationship is it's only the two of us. And it stresses my parents out that we just don't get along. And I asked my mom, like, what is the problem with me? And she just said, I don't think she's happy.
Yeah. I can tell this is not about you.
It's not.
As poor as I am, as destitute as we are as a family, we're happy.
Yeah.
Right? We're a blended family, but we're happy.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Like, there's really nothing you can do to make her happy. Like, you could apologize all you want. You've already done it. Like it's not gonna change anything. And I think if it's causing you to feel like guilt or like you've done something bad in your childhood and that you're the reason for I think you need to like let go of that, because this doesn't really feel like it's something you've done. And hopefully she gets like help, or she enters into a healthy relationship, or she figures out like...
She's been in therapy for 10 years and she was hospitalized 2.5, 3 years ago maybe for mental health problems.
Okay.
And they're supposedly getting better.
Yeah.
Okay. Now that also, it's like, you want to give her the space to be able to explore what she needs to explore for her.
Yes.
And maybe it would be better for both of you guys to just take. I feel like we're so quick to make the boundary and to be like, okay, I'm not talking to this person anymore. Because not to say that it's easy. It's never fucking easy to do that. But I feel like in our brains, we tell ourselves it's one way or the other. And rather than like, maybe it's time, especially with the holidays and everything coming up, that you're able to take a break and just separate. And maybe I don't know if you're able to do that for the holidays, to not see her through the holidays.
Well, how often are you reaching out? Like, is this like you give it a month and then you try again? Or like, how often are you reaching out?
The last break I gave, like even talking to her in general, was, I want to say like 6 months.
Okay.
And then my aunt had a huge family party where we all got together and hung out at her place, including family, like cousins I haven't seen in 20 years.
Yeah.
And I tried to like be there and like hang out with her. Or if I entered into a group of cousins that was talking, I would gently, in a lull in the conversation, or when she was not actively engaging, I would just tap her on the shoulder and whisper, is it okay that I'm here? Like, do you want me to go and not be in your space? And she would say, yeah, it's fine. Then get up and leave. And I felt really bad because I didn't want to push her out. Like, my whole intent was not to shame her or make her leave. It was to say, are you okay if I am in this space as well? And then she's also losing my brother-in-law. His grandfather is passing away. And so I reached, and I didn't realize that until the party. So I reached out after to her and her husband. And I said, hey, how's Pops doing? Are you guys okay? Do you need anything? And she just refuses to speak to me.
Wow. When you're reaching out to just be nice.
It seems like she's used to having the power in y'all's dynamic.
Yeah, like even you going up and saying, is it okay that I'm here? Like, you don't need her permission to take up space at a family party. Like, I think that's like nice, I guess, that you're checking in, but I think maybe you're giving her too much power, right?
Yes. And no one deserves power over you. No one, and we so easily give it up, I feel like sometimes, just because it's easier. And it's like, well, if I'm putting the ball in her court, then she's just going to be whatever she's going to be at me, and I can accept that, because then I feel like our brains tell us that's us getting control over a situation, when really it is bringing the control to her, and she doesn't deserve it.
That's a really good point. I never thought of it that way. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. It's so... Sibling dynamics are so weird.
Yeah.
It is just,
I mean, Lost in Houseplants wrote, is it possible that something happened to her after you left and she wished you were there? Maybe she doesn't want to talk about it, so it's impossible to know about it to apologize, but she's still hurt. Like, is it possible she felt abandoned? I mean, like, I also left the house when my littlest brothers were like they're 7 years and 9 years younger than me, so they're always like, oh, but you were gone, you know, like when like when we talk about some points of their life, they're like, you were not around, you know.
I understand too. My sister's 13 years older than I am, so I completely understand.
And if there were two of you, maybe it was like, oh, you were gone, but I don't know, you're not mentioning anything like that, so maybe that's not an issue.
No, she does this to our mother too. Like, my mom said, apologized profusely time and time again for the same thing, or things that she doesn't feel like she needs to apologize for. She just wants to have a relationship with her daughter.
Yeah. And this is just a person that feels like, I don't know what her issue is. I'm not a mental health professional of any kind. I just have a live stream. But
But I love this. Hal Dog does say, I would definitely ask her what was such a huge deal that she can't get over.
But I think that's the thing that we're saying right now is like, I don't really think there is anything.
Yes.
I don't think there is anything. Right. I think maybe she feels unhappy. You're a scapegoat. You're a good person. Your mom, you're people that she knows will still be there. Like a friend could just cut you out forever. A family member is someone that you can mistreat over and over and over again, and they technically will still be there for you. I don't want you, Kara, to be mistreated, but I do think you're within your rights to like Step back for like long periods at a time. Reach back out when it feels organic and it feels good to you. Stop going around at family functions and saying, is it okay that I'm here? You do not need her permission to be doing that.
No.
And I think you're giving her a little bit too much. This is the kind of thing where she loves this. She loves that you're angsting about, like you have anxiety about this, or that you're even thinking about it, you know?
I really do.
Take your power back.
Yeah.
I know that I feel like that's one of those phrases that I feel like has been bastardized by like the Hallmark community. But I will say that, like, my mom taught me young that there are lots of beads, like when you shine, when you have, you know, and every person does in their own way. There are some people in this world that want to tarnish that shine, that want to just be able to have just even the control enough to be like, no, oh, you're happy? No, you're not.
Yeah.
And she can do that to you right now.
That would be my...
Yeah, and it's not okay. She doesn't deserve your power. She doesn't deserve your strength.
And somebody mentioned, someone in the chat mentioned that this was a dynamic they had with their sibling and that things didn't get better until after their parent passed away. And like they were saying, not that I wish that for you guys, but sometimes there does have to be like kind of a big event that makes somebody turn back towards their family. Like, but it is crazy. She's been in therapy for 10 years and a therapist is not helping her get to the root of what it is with you.
No, her therapist got her on this like confrontation kick with everyone. And she lost many, many friends from like high school and junior high that she had years. And they just want nothing to do with her. And she doesn't understand why.
Yeah.
This is all her, Kara.
Yeah, Kara.
And I know that this is not like an easy way to end this of like it's all her. You're not the bitch. You did.
Yeah.
It's like, I know that this is, you know.
Sorry, but there is a rule that no Karas can be bitches on this.
No Karas can be bitches. So,
that's
this
part of
is a
the
good
rule.
show to call
Thank
in
you for calling in to prove the Kara theory.
But I will say, continue to remember that she is definitely doing these things to you, whether she is aware of it or not, because she can. And because she's been able to get away with this for long enough, because it probably makes her feel better about herself to make you feel that way. And that is a really hard fucking truth sometimes about people in our lives, that it's like, oh, you thrive when I frown.
Yeah.
That is not a person.
I hope she figures it out, but I like that you're happy. You and your family are happy. Keep like living in your happiness.
Yes,
I
you
know
deserve it.
I know it is hard to just have your sister out there floating as this weird, but you need to let go of the idea that you did something wrong. You were a shitty teen 20 years ago. Okay.
I did
join the club.
I got really lucky 5 years ago. And I found my birth parents.
Wow.
And I adore him. He's neurospicy and he's just wonderful.
That's wonderful.
So
I love
That's
that.
awesome. Thank you so much
Kara,
for
thank
sharing
you so
that.
much for calling.
Thank you, Kara.
Give us an update if things start to improve with you and the sis, but I think you need to like protect yourself a little bit here because this seems like
Thank you, Kara.
We have another call. Should we go to pop to another one?
I would love to talk to one more person before we get out of here. I know that we're getting close to the end of our show.
Getting close to the end, but you guys were a little bit slow on calling us tonight. And
Yes,
whose
thank
fault
you
is
so
that?
much. I understand. It's because you're scared
Who's
of us,
the bitch?
as you should be. But we are horrifying bitches.
We're just two drunk ants on a patio. What is everybody so worried
just
about?
Look at us. Look at all the plants
Come
that are around us.
So come to my house. I got candy. Trick or treating. Oh.
Well, I'm scared of you. We're ready for your call.
Hello.
Hi, babe.
Hi.
Hello.
Hey, guys. You look fabulous on your lanai with the.
Oh,
with
thank
the
you for being a friend.
I'm calling kind of because I think I know that this bitch is a bitch, but I need you to validate how much of a bitch this bitch is. Is that cool?
Yes, I love a validate.
Okay.
Happy to validate your parking and your bitching.
Thank
Always.
you. Perfect. That's one-stop shop. So it's my neighbor.
Yes.
And she is batshit crazy. So we live in Western North Carolina, and during the hurricane, like the aftermath, she was the only one on the block who wouldn't come out. We'd all gather in our cul-de-sac and like pool resources and talk. There was a curfew, right? We had to be in by like 9. She called the cops on us for gathering in the cul-de-sac.
Like the cops aren't fucking busy with other hurricane-related shit, you crazy
they
bitch.
Were literally pulling people from rivers.
Oh my God.
And then the next day, she was mad at us for staying up past 10 o'clock talking because she had apparently a very important meeting the next day. She walked around the neighborhood at 5:45 in the morning, banging pots and pans, trying to wake everyone up. Yeah.
What?
And then at 7 a.m., my husband and I hadn't been woken up. So she went and just like bam, 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 bam on our door. So we woke up.
What was she waking everybody up for?
Because we kept her up because she said she had to be up at 7:30 for a meeting. Like, what the hell meeting are you having? Like, we don't have power. What are you doing?
Yeah.
And the roads are closed. So yeah, she scared the shit out of us by pounding on our door. We thought we were being told to evacuate or something. But now she's taken to like passive aggressively letting her dog come and shit in our backyard.
Oh my God.
And I love dogs, but I hate this fucking dog now because of her.
Yeah.
And I'm really mad at her for making me not like a dog. I love every dog. But this damn dog.
This is like...
So she's always out in her yard gardening. Like she's never not out there. So I can hear her outside my fucking house constantly saying to the dog, like, Bodie, no. Like that's how she talks. And she was like throwing his ball at our car in the driveway to get him to go into our yard and then take a shit.
Oh no, how do we get this bitch out the cul-de-sac?
Yeah, I mean, you can't get her out. How do you get rid of her? I mean, that's the thing about fucking neighbors. You just can't get rid of them.
I'm trapped next to her.
I hate this woman. I do have a neighbor that lets their cat shit in my yard and has been doing it for 5 years, and it's making me crazy. And so I very much
legislation.
Feel you.
We need laws against passive aggressive neighbors who let their pets shit on their property.
Yes, your cat's shit is your... I don't have a pet for a reason because I pick up enough shit.
Yes, this is the problem is that my biggest, it might be my biggest issue on the show called Who's the Bitch is that in scenarios like this, I will do anything to psychologically torture anyone.
Oh.
And I know you're not supposed to. I know you're not. I know this shouldn't be the answer that I give because in my head I'm like, oh, you want psycho? I'll be psycho right back. But I know that's not the answer.
But everybody in your neighborhood feels the same way, right? You're all like a unified front. You're all like, this woman's crazy.
We are.
Do we think there's a mental health component here? Like, is she single? Does she have a partner? Is she lonely and miserable? And this is like what fuels her is just like torturing you guys?
She has a Munchausen by proxy husband that she's going around saying he has heart failure. Okay. He's like he is beat down, quiet, like he's sad. And she, like, the whole neighborhood can't stand her, but she's picked it with me.
Wow.
She called me a puffy-lipped, insecure bitch. And this is a woman who gardens in a wig.
Oh.
Right?
She better not.
So I'm like, I don't know where to go with that one.
Your lips don't look puffy to me, girl.
Also, you were only a beautiful human being, and this is.
This might be like such a.
Oh, I love this. Queen for Sutherland. Sign her up for all the Jehovah's Witnesses visits. This is my biggest problem. That's the kind of shit I want to go scorched earth in this kind of scenario. Yeah. I know you don't have the time to. I know you shouldn't have the time to. Someone even said pick up all the turds and leave them on her porch.
Good idea.
You probably don't have the time to do it.
I would make the time.
But if you did, I'm just saying, if you find the time, she's pissed off everybody in the cul-de-sac. You have to do this in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Psychological
What's the age range of this woman? How old would you guess she is?
I mean, she's in firm boomer territory.
She's jealous because you're young and hot. That's it.
That's it.
She wants to ruin your fucking life.
And she wants to be hanging out at 9 p.m. and everybody wants to talk to her, but nobody wants to fucking talk to you. I'm going to say Barbara. I said her name is Barbara. I don't know what her name is.
Let's take Barbara. Let's take Barbara to the bitchometer. Let's take Barbara to the
bitchometer because of
everybody. Let us know, Barbara, on a scale of I don't even know what our scale is. 1 to 5.
1 to 5.
It is 1 to 5, but it's I believe it's like Gwyneth to Kanye.
Yes.
Please weigh in on how bad a neighbor who's just being an asshole during a fucking natural disaster that's on the news.
It's already bad enough. Can we just get through it? Like I feel like like through these holidays specifically, like. Can we all just be good? Please. Can we just be good to each other? Can we just smile? Can we just like...
Oh, I bet she has a huge Trump Vance sign in front of her house. Sorry, I'm getting political. Wait, so have you ever tried killing her with kindness? I kind of hate my own advice here, but I'm wondering if you've ever tried it.
That is usually the way I go.
I'm wondering if you've ever been like, good morning.
I love it. Araya Thallium says, what if you send her the sweetest letter ever?
Yeah.
Reverse psychology. It would make her so mad.
Yeah.
It is kind of fun.
I've tried being nice. Like your brother's tip, Jackie, about like double guns. Like, yeah, whatever you said, crazy person, I'm with you.
Yeah.
I did that for like 2 years. And then she accused my husband of physically threatening her. Like this sweet man who would never.
Oh, no,
He, like,
bitch.
said-
Scorched earth.
Yeah.
Hell no,
Yeah.
you'd never come after my
Oh,
husband.
listen, the results are in, and Barbara's a 5 out of 5.
Barbara's a 5 out of 5.
There she
Especially
goes.
if we're talking cul-de-sac bitchometer, that is a 5 out of 5. The cul-de-sac ain't big enough for you, Barbara. I
wish she
Thank
was
you.
closer to death. Oh, is that bad? I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that.
I mean, I'm the
No.
one
Like,
If
saying
she's like,
scorched
is
earth,
she
so-
60 or is she like 75? I mean, we need her to like, I don't know. A shitty neighbor that makes it their business to just be shitty and ruin people's lives. That's a tale as old as time.
Yeah.
My problem is I want to do things like buy a bunch of like weed seeds, and I'm not talking marijuana. I'm just like put a bunch of weeds in her yard, like throw a bunch of seeds of just because she gardens, right? So it's like a way
All
to
the
like
time.
fuck with her specifically.
Send her a wig cap and be like, I found this at a drag show. I thought you might need it for when you're gardening in your wig. Like there's all kinds of shit you could do that's just like sweet, like bless her heart, like I know that fucking fake Southern shit too of like fake politeness.
Because that's the thing. Like,
Dye her dog key lime green. Well, I don't know why. I don't need to you don't need to take it out on the dog, but the dog is an asshole? Or do you think she trained him to be an asshole or what?
The dog now rushes everybody in the street and like almost attacked me in the street.
Call the cops on her dog. Honestly,
my God.
I don't even care.
And
I'm
takes
like,
his
call the
cars.
cops on this woman.
I'm a weirdie too does say, and as someone that used to garden, I completely, and you are so right, I'm a weirdie too, get a fuck ton of caterpillars and drop those fuckers in her garden and they will eat everything.
The very hungry caterpillars.
I have gone on caterpillar hunting missions before. Get caterpillars and put them in her lawn.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Around her fucking flowers, throw
Yes.
them over the fucking, like the backyard fence.
It's just so funny because this woman wakes up every day.
Legal reasons is a joke. It's 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 a caterpillars aren't caterpillars.
They're not
This is the
assault.
thing, though.
What
Cul-de-sac
happened?
justice. This isn't about this. This is what I'm talking about. Get them caterpillars because this isn't. You don't want her to hurt.
No.
We're not encouraging violence. We are not encouraging hurting
No.
anyone.
No.
I don't even think that you should call her any bad names. I'm talking about, again, psychological torture that is slight. Cul-de-sac psychological
The thing is,
torture.
though, is like this woman is miserable.
Yeah.
She's waking up every day and she's choosing misery. She reminds me of like Weezer from like Steel Magnolias.
Oh my
you know what
God.
I mean? And it's like,
take a whack of Weezer.
Like, I always kind of think that there's always an opportunity for there to be a moment with you and this neighbor where you guys commiserate. You find a common enemy. Maybe it's the caterpillars. I don't fucking know. Maybe you go up to her, you plant all the caterpillars and then you go, are you having a caterpillar problem? And then you two start gaming out caterpillar solutions together.
You're right, that's
Suddenly,
nice.
you're buddies. You're right. I love psychological torture. I do
know,
love it.
that's
But
nice.
I
It's
think the
nicer.
more miserable you make this woman, the more she's taking it out on you and your
right.
neighbors.
I know you're
so my
right.
thing is like, is there the enemy of my enemy is my friend? Like, is there a way that you and her can start hating somebody else together? And then it feels like at least she's off your fucking back. Because I don't know, you said it's been at least 2 years. Like, that sucks.
Yeah.
She's
But I
still
don't wanna
on your
invite-
ass.
Like, I don't want to make an ally of crazy because once crazy is invited in. Like,
Right, but at least like a fake ally.
Yeah.
Like at least
fair.
like where you're like, you have one thing you can talk about together. Like you have one
Yeah.
thing that you can be like, well, how about that?
Yeah.
Those Dodgers. I don't know what I'm talking about. Like I've had too much white wine and now I'm making sports references.
Yeah,
But
we know
I'm like,
nothing about a ball.
There's like if there's one thing where you're like, oh my God, how about Jackie walking around gardening in her bikini? And then you just like make a joke about it. And then maybe it's like whatever. But I don't know. It sounds like it might be impossible with this woman because she's super miserable. She is choosing she is choosing negativity and violence every morning when she wakes up.
Yeah, she certainly is.
And there's not that much you can do about that. I mean, obviously, we think she's the bitch. I mean, obviously.
Yes.
That helps.
No, definitely.
I'm never going to side with a fucking neighbor that calls the cops on her neighbors when they're commiserating during a fucking hurricane.
People are literally dying. Yeah. What are you talking about, you crazy bitch?
Yes, thank you.
That's insane.
Oh, the way it healed
Absolutely
my heart.
insane.
Wow, and she's Munchhausening her husband.
Yeah.
Oh my God, maybe that's what you do. How do we liberate the husband? How do we get him?
We have to start slipping him notes.
How do we get his strength up?
I'm going to seduce her.
We have to start slipping him notes.
Yeah.
You what?
I'm going to seduce her husband. That's what I'm taking.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's my favorite.
Be careful. I'm worried she's going to kill you. I'm worried. I'm worried.
Good point. I don't want to be killed.
You seduce her patient?
I'm just...
She'll kill your ass.
Her patient, yeah. It's like, it's the only thing that keeps her time.
That's true.
But also maybe start, he needs a little bit more strength, give him a little bit more attention of just like, or even if you ever see him, be like, hi, Rod.
Yeah.
In front of Barbara. I don't know what Rod's name is, but just.
That's a good idea.
Hey, Rod. As if you guys are talking. Although maybe that might get him in trouble. And I don't want Rod to get in trouble.
She's going to punish him. It's going to be Misery
I
at
know,
that
I don't
house.
want Rod to get in
and
trouble.
I mean Misery the movie.
Oh, yeah.
Also, try to get video of that dog shitting in your yard.
Oh, I've got it on the ring cam.
You've got it on the ring cam.
Got it on the ring. I also have
Bring that shit to be like, if you don't keep your dog out of here, I'm bringing this to the authorities. But then that's not the killing with kindness. And I'm giving a lot of different.
We're really
a lot of different
going
ways.
all across. But I feel like what I appreciate about you calling in is that you knew she's the bitch.
Yeah,
she's definitely being.
We appreciate it because we love to talk about a bitchy neighbor.
Love tea.
I used to have an absolutely psychotic neighbor living under me in New York City. I would be sitting on my couch by myself and she'd go, "Are you done stomping around up there?" I'm like, "I'm watching Desperate Housewives alone."
What are you talking
on a couch?
Let me live.
MCGG says, talk loudly near her about fake, crazy, annoying plans you've got to get loads of cats or start learning the drums.
Wait, can I tell you okay, we have to end because we're going over, but listen, I'm going to tell you a crazy neighbor story I had in New York. So I lived in New York and I had a flat screen TV about the size of this flat screen TV. Not big at all.
I'm going to say 22 inches.
I was going to say, I think it was 15 or 16 inches. It's such a small flat screen. I have it in New York. This woman starts leaving me notes downstairs saying she lives in the building across the way, the alley, and that my TV is shining into her window. I'm like, bitch, get a curtain. What are you fucking talking about?
In New York City?
New York fucking City, it was the size of like a computer screen, and it's shining into her thing. So I fucking look up her address. I go and I leave her a letter. I say, this is insane, get blinds. You live in New York City. If you contact me again, I'm going to call the police. You're unwell.
I love you.
I find out later. My friend knows her. And guess where they both worked? They both worked at the Martha Stewart show. And my friend tells me that this woman is Martha Stewart's punching bag. And
I wonder she's so upset.
And I say to myself, you never know what someone else is going through.
You're right.
This woman's getting abused by Martha Stewart all day long. And you know what? Martha, I think, is a different person now. Now she's friends with Snoop, whatever. She's all cool. But like, she's making this woman's life a living hell. This woman comes home and she's trying to go to sleep. And the sliver of my TV from hundreds of feet away is sliding into her room. And it's driving her over the edge. You just don't know what people are going through.
You're right.
And that's what that taught me.
So true.
So I think if you could sprinkle a little bit of psychological warfare in there, I think it's a great idea.
A little bit.
And please keep us updated. If you could send us, we won't put it on the stream, but if you could send us a photo of her, I just really need to know what she looks like. Just for me and Jackie. Just email it to us.
We won't show anybody, we promise.
Yeah, we will not show anybody.
This is my favorite part about this show. I love gossip. I don't know if you guys know this. I think that you're picking it up from Who's the Bitch and Kara and I creating this show. I love this shit. You've got shit that you need to talk about and you think nobody cares about. We always care. Who'sthebitch.com. I want to say thank you so much for calling in. This was a great way to end this, and I'm so glad that we got to talk to you.
Email us that picture to who'stheblpn@gmail, which is also where you guys can send in future
emails,
questions,
pictures,
situations.
whatever you want.
Listen, the next live stream is in 2 weeks on the 25th of November, and it's 4 days before Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving. Give us those family problems.
Do you need to complain about Thanksgiving? We are the bitches to hear
the
your
Empress
complaints.
of Thanksgiving. Jackie is the self-proclaimed, and I am backing it up. I second the motion.
Thank you for
the
seconding the motion.
self-proclaimed
Thank you.
Empress of Thanksgiving.
Thank you for remembering.
And we want to know who you're dreading seeing, how you what's going on with your family
How are we
dynamic.
Get through it after the
How are we
fucking
gonna
election?
get through it after this election? Let us know. We're gonna next 2 weeks from now, Monday is a Thanksgiving explosion. Meanwhile, every single Wednesday, a new episode of this as a podcast comes out. If you just thought it was a live stream, it's a podcast too, babies. Go
Every
subscribe,
Wednesday, babe. Every
rate
Wednesday.
it, subscribe it, do all the things, rub it on yourself. It's Britnick 94's 30th birthday.
Brittany, happy birthday!
Oh my God.
Oh my God! Happy birthday, babe!
Amazing.
So wonderful to hear that.
We'll be celebrating your birthday with you on that Monday.
Yes, we certainly will.
In the meantime, who'sthebitch.com? Everything you need to know about submitting a thing to us, and
hit us up, guys. Thank you so much for calling in. Thank you for being a part of our.
I'll be drinking cranberry buzz balls for the Thanksgiving
Love you, babe.
season.
Thank you
for
so much for
in,
calling
everybody.
in. We appreciate
the other Kara.
you. She is the bitch. And man, guys, maybe we need to pepper in a little bit more bitch into all of our lives. So gear up. Next 4 years is going to be interesting. Pepper a little bit more bitch in your life. I recommend it.
I'm ready to bitch.
Ready to be a bitch.
This show is made possible by listeners like you. Thanks to our ad sponsors, you can support our shows by supporting them. For more shows like the one you just listened to, go to lastpodcastnetwork.com.